afternoon. It's the, well, it could be morning when you're watching this, I don't know, or evening or anything. Anyway, it's the Funky Farmer Christmas message. I always like to do an end of year kind of review just before Christmas, just saying thanks to everyone for watching and kind of give you an update of what's been going on. And today, I've also got a little treat for you. Look at this beauty. So I've got myself a Christmas jumper. I did buy one last year and it was too small. Well, this one's quality, look at this. It is actually amazing, look at that. It's got a little pom. You got to have a little laugh at Christmas, haven't you? So I'm going to talk to you anyway, just to say a bit about the farming year, really. Yeah, so basically we start with the farming year. It was kind of like a funny year, really, this year with the weather. Again, it's always weather that farmers worry about, really. And it's kind of hard to remember, really, what it was like. But back at the beginning of May, we didn't have a lot of rain, and there wasn't a lot of grass for the main cut silage, and I was a bit worried we'd get enough silage because you know, we filled the clamp, but normally there's a bit of grass left over for round bales, but there wasn't this year. Anyway, it kind of caught up again in the rest of the year. We had a bit of rain later in the year, and I've more or less got enough round bales, but it's going to be interesting to see how it goes through the winter, whether we use them all up before the end of the cows go out. Also behind, we had a really good year for maize, cracking year. Never had so much maize in the clamp before. You can see it behind me. So we started feeding that earlier than we normally would because we might as well get it used up. What I don't really want is any left in the clamp for winter, next spring, because it doesn't keep that well once it's open. What else? As far as the milk price goes, well, we had a bit of a rubbish start of the year. It was very low. It's picked up through the summer. And if you saw one of my previous videos, we got to December and we had an announcement from Muller that they're cutting the price again in January. But I can't complain too much at that if the price stabilises sort of around the 29–30p price, because that's okay for us. What I don't want is this kind of topsy-turvy thing that we've been having. The volatility is a bit of an issue when you're trying to run a business, really. So farming year-wise, not too bad. As you can see, I'm probably a little bit more chipper than I was last year. Some of you who followed me through know that my father died last May, and some very nice comments I had about that when he did pass away, and one of them says it takes a year, and I definitely found it takes a year to kind of come to terms with it. And although you never forget someone, you kind of like get used to the feeling of them not being here, and I suppose I've started to feel like that myself now, although he kind of has a big impact on my life, you know, and he's always there. Anyway, enough of that. Onto the Funky Farmer channel. Wow, that's doing really well. I think we're up to about 36,000 subscribers now. We hit 30,000 in August, and it sort of keeps going up. I do appreciate all your comments and stuff. I have to say, I do apologise that I don't reply to everyone now, because I'm finding it a little bit like I've kind of reached a mass scale of kind of a lot of people commenting and sending me messages and stuff, and it is quite hard to keep replying to everyone because I'm just so busy. You know, if I see a message on my phone and I'm in the middle of doing something, it's really hard for me to think about even replying. And also, everyone says, how many cows do you milk, and what's your favourite tractor? If I answered that question, I'd have £1 million if I had £1 for every time, it seems, because everyone just asks the same question. So I don't always reply to those now because it's just like, oh, just look at the videos. Anyway, that's no disrespect to any of you guys, and I do really like the comments, actually. It's nice to know when you watch something that you do have some input back to me. You've probably also noticed that I'm slightly kind of tweaking the way I do things now. I'm not doing so much farming stuff. Well, I am doing as much farming videos, but my kids pop up quite a bit, and that's quite important to me because they're a big part of my life. And also, I think a lot of you appreciate them. They're quite funny. In fact, we did a video, some of you might have seen it, where we taste tested some sorts of artificial milk. You know, well, not artificial, but not from dairy. We did soya milk and coconut milk and things. So I'm going to cut in a little clip now, which I think is hilarious, where we were just drinking, me and the boys were just trying cashew nut milk. And the reaction we got when we drank this was, well, it's hilarious. So we just cut to this. Right.
Harriet, if you hate this one, I'm going to be saying, wait, I'm going to
right.
You
ready? This looks a bit thicker than the others. Move over.
Yeah, because it says It says creamy on the front.
Creamy, okay. Low in sugar, but it's got sugar added to it. Right, smell? Not a lot of smell. Right, ready? 1, 2, 3. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. God, Jesus. Oh, that's disgusting.
That was dead.
Oh.
Can we have the real milk now? I want a different cup. I want a different cup.
Yeah.
I'm on the different cup.
Disgusting. That is.
I'm just having.
Cashew nut. That is really rank, isn't it?
It tastes like raw egg.
That is disgusting.
I'm just getting.
Oh. Jesus Christ. I think I've just poisoned my kids. How we doing, boys?
Kitchen mom.
Oh, I love this. So,
I want some plain milk.
right, let's get some proper milk.
No, I'm not doing that.
Wash those cups out. I don't want that taste. Wash them out.
So there we go. There's a little video clip I did with them, and you will be seeing more of them in the future because they are a good laugh, really. But onwards and upwards with the video on the YouTube channel. They seem to be more and more popular. I can almost gauge which ones are popular actually. The ones like tractors and stuff get a lot more views than ones where I maybe go off and film something that's not farm related. I will say though that I will do quite a bit more off-farm videos when I get the time, because I really enjoy going to see other people's businesses and what they do, so don't be surprised if something pops up a bit random on here. But anyway, I'm going to wish you all a really massively brilliant Merry Christmas. Whether you celebrate Christmas a lot, I hope that you have a great end of year and you go into 2018 with a really good start. I have got, normally I do a little bit of dancing on the videos, but I have actually got last year I did a dance video with the kids, but this year I haven't done that. But what I have got is a video of which someone came to the farm and filmed of me at work, and I'm going to post that in a day or two, so you'll watch this after this, a day or two after this video. So stay tuned. I will give you an explanation about it when with the upload, but in the meantime I am going to leave you with a little tiny bit of dancing, because I know the Funky Farmer dance is ridiculously rubbish, and I know people like to laugh at my expense, and let's face it, I'm a dad, so I do dad dancing. So here is this a bit of stupidity. I was out with my kids at a place called We the Curious, I think it's called, in Bristol, and they had a little camera set up, and it was actually for the kids to do, but my kids cleared off and left me. So in the end I just went, oh, do you know what? So you're going to see it now. I'm going to leave you with this. Hope you have a laugh at Christmas at my expense watching this, and stay tuned. Thanks a lot, guys. Merry Christmas! Boom.